honey, when I tell you, Joe, your days is numbered. I came across this video. Everybody need to see this video and what's going on in this video. They are saying pretty much that it's a lot of stuff that Joe left behind. I guess he left some clues and some evidence behind. And we're going to figure this out. We're not going to stop till we get Joe behind bars. I got this guy in this video you guys have to watch. Let's do another reaction video. This video, they are telling the truth. It's not no gimmick. It might be AI, but you know, all AI videos are not created equally. Y'all know that, right? Some is very informative and some with the shenanigans and some is in between. So I believe this is real shit. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at Juicy Leaks TV, and let's hear what they're saying. Okay, let's take it all the way from the top.
We finally have some good news in the Ashlee Jenae case.
Like a lot of people have an agenda on the internet. And I know what it looks like with this white guy and this young black girl. She loved this dude.
As Ashlee's friend, I'm tired of everybody coming on this fucking app with their opinions, with their thoughts, with their conspiracies of what they think may have happened to my friend. It's clear as day that this man murdered and killed my friend. He tried to stage it as Let's put that on the floor. Number one, Ashlee would never harm herself. Ashlee was beautiful, happy, talented, hardworking. She had no reason to. I was just speaking to her and I have the messages of while she was on this trip.
We are noticing a trend here, and it's actually worrying, and we can't continue to ignore it. Yes, we've been saying this for years. Stick with your own people. Stick with your own people. Are our men perfect? No. We all have hangups and stuff that we need to work on, yes. But this trend, yeah, this has been going on for years.
I believe that her so-called fiance knows way more than he's saying he does. Let's start off with the fact that he never told anybody that they had an argument, that they was fussing, that they were staying in separate rooms. So it came out that hotel staff had to separate them and put them in different rooms because they was arguing and fighting. But Joe never said that. Also, it's a couple of other things that just don't sit right with me. So I went down that rabbit hole. It doesn't look like Joe is happy in any of these pictures.
In 2024, while he was dating Ashlee Robinson, Joe McCann posted on social media referencing his wife and two very young children. His wife and two very young children. Joe McCann was married to Shay Jackson from 2018 to 2021. They divorced. Fortune magazine confirmed that some of McCann's stake in Asymmetric Financial, the crypto hedge fund he founded, was transferred to Jackson as part of the divorce settlement. He has at least one daughter documented in his own social media posts. Ashlee Robinson started dating Joe McCann in November 2024. She was 15 years younger than him. She attended events with him, traveled with him, appeared in his world, said yes when he proposed during a safari surrounded by wildlife and rose petals. And when she passed on April 9th, 2026, with an unidentified mark on her neck, a hospital report listing strangulation and suffocation as the cause of death, and a full autopsy that the family still has not received, Joe McCann called her parents 11 hours later and told them she was stable. He has not contacted them since. This week, Ashlee Robinson's body came home to the United States.
We finally have some good news in the Ashlee Jenae case. Ashlee's father, Harry Robinson, tweeted out this picture and caption, "Our baby is back home in the States."
Her friend Savannah Britt confirmed it. The GoFundMe has raised over $63,000. Rapper Joe Budden revealed he knew Ashlee personally. She had attended his birthday party with McCann.
Person, Ashlee and homeboy was at my birthday dinner. Yeah. They were at my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashlee the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, you know, just gotta check on my man. And I know we gotta drop off the step kids and we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break and this, and I'm on the phone like, for real? Like, yo, you playing step on me over there. I'm just saying, like, she repped the dude. Like a lot of people have an agenda on the internet. And I know what it looks like with this white guy and this young black girl. She loved this dude.
And Joe McCann is still in Tanzania. His passport still confiscated. Still no statement. Stay with me. This video covers every development from the past week, and today we are going deeper into who Joe McCann was before Ashlee Robinson came into his life, the previous marriage, the divorce settlement, the 2024 post, the crypto collapse, and what all of it means for the questions this family is still asking. Subscribe right now. This channel is not leaving this story. Subscribe and stay with me. 17 days since Ashlee Robinson passed in a hospital in Zanzibar, Tanzania. Here is the complete current picture. This is the most significant development of the past week. Ashlee Robinson's body has been successfully returned to the United States. Her close friend and spokesperson, Savannah Britt, the woman who first raised the social media alarm that turned this case into a national story, confirmed it this week through an email exchange with Hello Beautiful magazine. Britt's full statement was brief and deliberate. Because the investigation is ongoing, her parents and I are not taking interviews at this time. The body is home. The interviews are paused. The investigation is active. This confirmation matters for several reasons. It means the Tanzanian autopsy process has progressed far enough that authorities were willing to release Ashlee's remains for repatriation. It means the United States Embassy, which dispatched its own coroner to assist with the autopsy, has completed whatever role it played in the forensic examination process. And it means Harry Robinson and Yolanda Indris can begin the process of laying their daughter to rest. But it does not mean the answers have arrived with her. The autopsy results have still not been publicly released. The family has still not received the full forensic findings. The investigation remains officially open and ongoing. The GoFundMe campaign, launched to support travel costs, funeral arrangements, and ongoing investigation expenses, has now raised over $63,000. The original goal was $50,000. The excess reflects a community of strangers who understood what this family was fighting and chose to be part of that fight financially. Joe McCann remains in Tanzania. His passport is still confiscated by Zanzibar authorities. He is still being questioned as a witness in the active investigation. No charges have been filed. No attorney has been publicly identified on his behalf. He has now been silent for 17 days. Multiple major news outlets, Fortune magazine, ABC News, CBS News, NBC News, Newsweek, and others have confirmed they reached out to McCann for comment. None received a response. One thing he has done this week is change his profile picture on social media. His friend and spokesperson Savannah Britt noted the change publicly, calling it, in her words, a PR move to seem like a decent man. Still, in his ex-bio pinned for 100,000 followers to read is a quote attributed to Iceberg Slim, historically one of the most notorious pimps in American criminal history. Only a fool trips on what's behind them. Drop a comment right now. Say Ashlee's name. I read every single one. Let us be specific about what the 2024 social media post means and why it matters. In 2024, while he was actively dating Ashlee Robinson, while he was bringing her to crypto events and appearing in her social media posts, Joe McCann made a post on social media that referenced having a wife and two very young children. His wife and two very young children. Ashlee Robinson started dating Joe McCann in November 2024. Their relationship became public through her Instagram posts. Images of the two of them together at events, at dinners, living what appeared to be a shared life. But in 2024, the same year, McCann was also posting about a wife and young children. Let us establish what is publicly confirmed about McCann's family situation. He was married to Shay Jackson, a brand marketing executive, from 2018 to 2021. Their wedding took place at the greenhouse at Driftwood in Texas. They divorced in 2021. Fortune magazine, in its detailed April 2026 profile of McCann, confirmed that some of McCann's stake in Asymmetric Financial was transferred to Shay Jackson as part of the divorce settlement. Two founders who had taken venture investments from Asymmetric confirmed this to Fortune directly. McCann has a daughter. This is documented in his own social media posts. He has referenced her publicly on X. The specifics of the 2024 post referencing a wife and 2 very young children and what precisely that means about his personal life at the time he was beginning his relationship with Ashlee Robinson are part of the background that the public is now examining as this investigation continues. Shay Jackson has not commented on Ashlee Robinson's passing. There is no evidence connecting Jackson to the events in Tanzania. She has maintained a low public profile throughout. But the picture of Joe McCann that emerges from these details, a previous marriage, a divorce settlement that transferred financial assets, at least 1 child, and a 2024 post referencing domestic life while publicly beginning a relationship with a woman 15 years his junior is a more complicated picture than the one he projected publicly. Ashlee Robinson started dating him in November 2024. She attended his events. She appeared in his world. She said yes on April 3rd, 2026 during a safari. 6 days later, she was gone. If this video is reaching you, share it right now. For Ashlee, share it. Because the investigation requires understanding both who Ashlee was and who the man she was with was, and because new details have emerged this week that significantly expand the public picture of Joe McCann, this part establishes the full documented profile. Joseph Isaac McCann, born 1980, Portland, Oregon roots, attended Portland State University where he studied philosophy with a particular interest in Nietzsche and Schopenhauer, according to a 2024 podcast interview. He described himself in that interview as having spent time as a DJ, throwing raves, running record labels with his brother, and working as CTO at one of the top advertising agencies in New York City, all before entering the world of crypto investment. He positioned himself as someone who understood both the creative and financial sides of the world. That positioning, the idea of a finance professional with cultural credibility, was central to how he built Asymmetric Financial's brand. Asymmetric Financial was McCann's central professional identity. He founded it as a crypto-focused hedge fund with both a liquid trading arm and a venture investment arm. He attracted significant institutional backing, including investors connected to Andreessen Horowitz. He had advisory roles at multiple crypto-adjacent companies, including Stardust, Voltage, and Dharma Labs, the latter of which was acquired by OpenSea. In 2024, at the peak of his fund's performance, the liquid book swelled from approximately $195 million to $395 million. McCann was publicly boasting of enormous returns on a meme coin called Bunk. He was photographed with rapper Iggy Azalea and publicly supported her crypto project. He ran a merch line. He was visible, prominent, and celebrating. By late 2025, the fund had collapsed. Unconfirmed social media reports suggested the liquid fund was down nearly 80%. McCann announced he was shutting down the Liquid Alpha Fund. His estimated net worth, despite those losses, has been reported at approximately $45 million. His X profile describes him as a former techno DJ who has been working in tech for nearly 2 decades. His bio includes citations for hedge fund performance awards and references to his philosophy background. And pinned to that profile for 100,000 followers is the Iceberg Slim quote, "Only a fool trips on what's behind them." Ashlee Robinson was 15 years younger than Joe McCann. She entered his world in November 2024, embracing the life he projected, appearing in his events, building what looked from the outside like a partnership between a rising influencer and an established figure in the crypto world. She was 30 years old when they met. He was 44. She was 31 when she said yes on the safari. She did not make it to 32. This is a detail that deserves its own examination because it tells us something specific about the world Ashlee Robinson had entered with Joe McCann. Rapper and podcaster Joe Bud, one of the most prominent voices in hip-hop commentary with millions of listeners, revealed this week that he knew Ashlee Robinson personally. She had attended his birthday party with Joe McCann.
Ashlee and homeboy was at my birthday dinner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were at my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashlee the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, just gotta check on my man. And I know we gotta drop off the step kids and we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break and this, and I'm on the phone like, what, for real? Like, yo, you playing step mommy over there. I'm just saying, like, she wrecked the dude. Like, a lot of people have an agenda on the internet. And I know what it looks like with this white guy and this young black girl. She loved this dude.
This places McCann and Robinson together in a social environment that connects two very different worlds. The crypto investment space that McCann operated in and the entertainment and hip-hop world that Robinson's lifestyle influencer brand intersected with. Joe Budden's birthday party is not a casual gathering. It is an event with a specific guest list in a specific social universe. Ashlee Robinson was there. Joe McCann was there. Joe Budden knew her. This detail, small as it may seem in isolation, is part of the broader picture of who Ashlee Robinson was in the world she had built. She was not peripheral to the life she was living with McCann. She was present in it, known in it, connected to it. She was 31 years old and building something. And the people who knew her, from Savannah Britt, who raised the alarm, to Cardi B, who posted 4 words that set the internet on fire, to Joe Budden, who confirmed he knew her personally, are part of a community that has refused to let her name disappear into an unresolved case file on another continent. This is the right moment to properly account for what Savannah Britt has done in this case, because a role is not incidental, it is foundational. Savannah Britt is a PR executive. She was Ashlee Robinson's close friend. When Ashlee passed on April 9th, 2026, and the world did not immediately respond, when the State Department offered condolences and declined further comment, when Tanzanian authorities issued a preliminary ruling and fell silent, when Joe McCann said nothing, Savannah Britt went on X. She posted what no official body was saying. I find it very alarming that an American woman died abroad days ago, and prior to my initial tweet, nothing had been said from our State Department, Tanzanian government, or local media. And then, we need justice for my friend Ashlee Jenae, who was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania, and her fiance Joe McCann claims she hung herself. Anyone who knows Ash knows she would never commit suicide. We need answers now. Those 2 posts from a private citizen who loved her friend are what turned this case from a regional story into a national conversation. Before Savannah Britt posted, there was nothing. After, there was everything. Cardi B saw it. Posted 4 words. The internet caught fire. The State Department was pressured to respond. The embassy dispatched a coroner. Harry Robinson flew to Washington, D.C. and pushed until officials made contact with Tanzania. The autopsy was completed. The body came home.
We finally have some good news in the Ashlee Jenae case. Ashlee's father, Harry Robinson, tweeted out this picture and caption, "Our baby is back home in the States."
None of that happens without Savannah Britt's initial posts. And now, with the investigation ongoing and the interviews paused, Britt is still doing the work, confirming the body's return, managing the family's communications, calling out a profile picture change as a PR move. She is doing for her friend in death what she would have done for her in life. That is what loyalty looks like. The body is home, but the autopsy results are not released. This needs to be understood clearly, because these are 2 separate things, and the distinction matters enormously for the family and for the investigation. The repatriation of Ashlee Robinson's remains to the United States means the Tanzanian authorities have determined that her body can be released. It does not mean the investigation is closed. It does not mean the autopsy findings have been officially communicated to anyone outside the investigation. It does not mean that the medical questions at the center of this case have been answered. The hospital medical report, reviewed by ABC News, 6ABC Philadelphia, and Newsweek, listed Ashlee Robinson's cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by and suffocation. It noted an unidentified mark around her neck. It stated that her fiance found she had hung herself on the door. The full forensic autopsy, assisted by a United States Embassy coroner, is complete. Its findings have not been publicly released. The family has not received them. Those findings, when they come, will be the single most important piece of evidence in determining whether this investigation moves toward a formal conclusion, toward charges, or toward something else entirely. The fact that Ashlee's body is now in the United States means the family can pursue independent forensic examination if they choose to. American forensic pathologists, operating under U.S. law and with access to the full medical history now available, can conduct their own analysis, Whether the family pursues this path is not publicly known, but the option now exists because she is home. And that 17 days after she passed in a hospital room in Tanzania is the result of a family that refused to accept distance as an excuse for silence. Share this video right now because this family fought to bring her home and they are still fighting for the truth. Share it. This is a small detail, but in a case defined by silence from one man, small details carry weight. Joe McCann changed his social media profile picture this week. His previous profile picture, which Savannah Britt described publicly, was what she called creepy, a close-up of his face partially covered by a piece of cloth. An image that, in the context of the conversation happening around this case, had been noted by many of the people following it. He changed it to something less confrontational, less unusual. More, in the language of public relations, presentable. Savannah Britt saw it and named it for what she believed it was. A PR move, to seem like a decent man, incapable of being involved in his fiance's death. At approximately the same time, online observers noted that McCann's ex-wife, Shay Jackson, also changed her Instagram profile picture. Two people connected to the same man making the same kind of social media adjustment at the same time. The observation has been noted publicly. What it means, if anything, is not confirmed. What is confirmed is that McCann remained active on X until April 8th, 2026, the day Ashlee Robinson was found unresponsive. After that, silence. No posts, no statements, no responses, just a profile picture change and a pinned quote from Iceberg Slim. This case, like every case this channel covers, does not exist in isolation. It exists within a pattern, and that pattern deserves to be named. Black American women who pass overseas under disputed circumstances face a specific and documented set of barriers when their families try to get answers. The barriers are jurisdictional. American families have limited legal standing in foreign investigations. They are diplomatic. The State Department's role is constrained by the sovereignty of the host country and by privacy considerations that can feel like bureaucratic silence to a grieving parent. They are media-related. Cases involving Black women receive less national coverage and less sustained attention than comparable cases involving women from other demographics. This is not speculation. This is documented by researchers at multiple institutions who had tracked missing persons and suspicious death coverage over time. Ashlee Robinson's case broke through some of these barriers because of Savannah Britt's social media posts, because of Cardi B's 4 words, because Harry Robinson drove to Washington, D.C. and refused to accept silence, because 100,000 followers refused to look away. But the autopsy results are still not public. The surveillance footage demand has not been answered. McCann has still said nothing. And the investigation in a foreign jurisdiction continues at the pace of that jurisdiction, not at the pace of a grieving family in Delaware that simply wants to know the truth. That gap between what this family deserves and what the system has delivered so far is the accountability conversation that Ashlee Robinson's case demands. It demanded it when she was classified as an American who passed abroad and received a preliminary ruling within days that her family immediately disputed. It demands it now, 17 days later, with her body home and the answer still somewhere in Tanzania. Her name was Ashlee Robinson. Ashlee Jenae, to the world she built online, 31 years old, South Jersey, Portland, Miami, Philadelphia born, a self-described soft life divestor who showed over 100,000 people what it looked like to choose yourself and refuse to settle. She attended Joe Budden's birthday party. She appeared in Drake's music video. She said yes during a safari in Tanzania with rose petals and a lion in the frame. She posted on her birthday, Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be. She is home now. Her body crossed an ocean and came back to the country where her parents are, and her sister is, and the people who loved her are waiting. But the answers did not come home with her. The autopsy results are still not public. The investigation is still open. Joe McCann is still in Tanzania with his passport confiscated, having said nothing for 17 days. And the family, Harry Robinson and Yolanda Idris and Alyssa Idris and Savannah Britt, are still fighting, not for noise, for the truth. She was loved. She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about. She will not be. This channel will cover every development as it comes. When the autopsy results are released, we will be here. When the investigation moves, we will be here. For Ashlee, say her name in the comments. Ashlee Robinson. She was exactly where she needed to be. She deserved to come home with answers. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it everywhere. The family has asked for one thing: keep the story alive. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call or text 988. I will see you in the